Hello friends, once again welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to solve the question answers from the 9th English. It's a revised notes and from the supplementary reading Aruna Asaf Ali. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಈ ದಿನ ನಾವು 9ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯ ಅರುಣಾ ಅಸಫ್ ಅಲಿ ಪೂರಕ ಪಾಠದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೋತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. The first main is answer the following in 2 or 3 sentences each. This chapter is in the page number 90. 90ನೇ ಪೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೋತ್ತರಗಳಿದೆ, ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. The first question is what kind of atmosphere existed in the country when the Aruna entered politics? The answer is Aruna entered politics at a time when the freedom struggle was raging and the youth were laying down their lives for the country's independence. The second question is why was she termed a non-conformist? The answer is born into an orthodox Hindu Bengali family in 1909 at Kalka in Haryana, Aruna broke conventions at the age of 19 to marry Asaf Ali, a prominent figure in the freedom struggle and 20 years her senior. So she was termed a non-conformist. Next question. What was the impact of Aruna's public address during the Salt Satyagraha? The answer is Aruna was prosecuted in Delhi when she addressed a public meeting and led processions during the Salt Satyagraha. She was sentenced to 1 year imprisonment when she refused to furnish security for good behavior. A few months later, when most of the political prisoners were being released, she was not released until a public agitation was launched in her support. This is the answer for the third question. Now move on to the fourth question, that is why had the committee planned to hoist the tricolor? What had led to Gandhi's arrest before the hoisting of the flag? The answer is Quit India resolution was passed on 8th August 1942. To celebrate this, the committee had planned to hoist the tricolor at Gwalior Tank Maidan. The British got wind of the plan and arrested the top leaders including Gandhiji a few hours before the event. This is the answer for the fourth. Now fifth. There is no arrest warrant for you, madam. Whom else was the warrant given to? What did Aruna pursued the British sergeant to do? The answer is the arrest warrant was given to Asaf Saheb. Aruna pursued the British sergeant who had come to a taxi with a couple of policemen to let her accompany them to the railway station to see of her husband. The next main from the second main is answer the following in 4-5 sentences each. 4-5 ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರಿಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋದಿದೆ. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಚಾನಲನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. The first question is describe the scene at Victoria Terminus in the early hours of August 9, 1942 as witnessed by Aruna Asaf Ali? The answer is dawn was about to break and there was a cordon around Victoria Terminus to keep crowds at bay. As she walked along the platform, she saw Maulana Azad sitting at a window in a compartment of the special train, and she stopped to talk to him. She told him that she was going to unfurl the tricolour in his place at Gwalia Tank Maidan. This was the scene at Victoria Terminus in the early hours of August 9, 1942. Okay, the next question is, narrate an instance from the biography to justify the fact that the British were extremely autocratic and ruthless. The answer is, in the absence of senior leaders like Maulana Azad, Aruna Asaf Ali decided to unfurl the tricolour flag at Gwalia Tank Maidan. But the meeting was declared illegal under section 144. A British sergeant gave 2 minutes time for the crowd to disperse. Aruna scrambled up to the dais, announced to the people the arrest of the leaders, and pulled the cord to hoist the national flag. Hardly had the flag been unfurled when the police lobbed tear gas shells into the crowd. Men and women ran helter-skelter with tears streaming down their cheeks. This instance shows that the British were extremely autocratic and ruthless. This is the complete notes on the second question. The next question is, why was Aruna Asaf Ali considered the grand old lady of the freedom struggle? The answer is, Aruna Asaf Ali was a fairy leader who plunged headlong into politics at a time when the freedom struggle was raging and the youth were laying down their lives for the country's independence. So she was known as the grand old lady of the independence movement. The next question is, what was Aruna's advice to the freedom fighters? The answer is, in the 1994 issue of the magazine, Aruna advised freedom fighters not to allow any academic arguments on questions like violence and non-violence to divert attention from the stern realities of the day. I want every student and youth to think and feel as soldiers of the nation that is to come. The next question is, what was Gandhiji's advice to Aruna? Why could she not abide by it? The answer is, British government had announced a reward of 5,000 for the capture of Aruna Asaf Ali. She had gone underground to avoid arrest and to continue her work. She became ill also. On hearing about this, Gandhiji advised her to surrender. I have sent you a message that you must not die underground. You are reduced to a skeleton. Do come out and surrender yourself and take the price offered for your arrest. The next question is, The continuation is reserve the prize money for the great Indian cause. This was the advice given by Gandhiji to Aruna. She was determined lady and so would not surrender meekly to the British. She would not abide by the advice of Gandhiji. She surrendered only when the warrants for her arrest got cancelled. This is the complete notes on the fifth question. First question is, what were the awards given to Aruna? Why were they given? The answer is, after India attained independence, Aruna Asaf Ali turned to social work and helped to establish the National Federation of Indian Women in 1954. In 1992, she was awarded the Nehru Award for International Understanding. The country honored her with its highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, posthumously for her freedom fighting and social services rendered to the nation. This is all about the question answers from the supplementary reading Aruna Asaf Ali, the Great Patriot. Thanks for watching my videos. Thank you once again.